Simple, easy things that you can do to help someone you know who's struggling with cancer. My name's L Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. So, today we're talking about just how you can help someone who is struggling with cancer. I mentioned to you in the last video, I think I touched on it a little bit, some people don't know what to say, don't know what to do, and I've had quite a few emails actually on that point that you've even lost friends because you've been ill, and the people you thought were friends are the ones who stayed away, and all kinds of stories about that. And anyone who's read my book will know that we suffered from that too. We lost quite a few friends when Charlotte was originally diagnosed with cancer when she was a little girl, and it hurts. And I have answered those emails to the best of my ability. I'm not going to focus on those people. Today I'm going to focus on you and how you can, or what you can do when someone you know has cancer, because as you will have seen perhaps in the comments box, someone actually asked for a video on this subject, and as I got so many emails I thought I'd better do it quickly. So here we are, and it is so simple. Okay, so the first thing is visit. Don't stay away. Some people are so concerned about what they're going to say. Oh, I don't know what to say. They don't bother doing anything, and believe me, that is the worst possible thing to do. If you don't know what to say, turn up and say, I don't know what to say, because half of the time there is nothing to say. Just being there and showing your support is the first thing. Okay, so it might take a little bit of courage. Once you're there, no problem, you'll be glad you did it. Now then, if you want to take a gift, a really nice gift is a beautiful journal, notebook. Now, these you can see, you can get some gorgeous notebooks. Get one of those. You can get them, they're not very expensive. And suggest that your friend or your partner, whomever it is that's suffering, journal their thoughts. We will be talking about journaling. It's the best thing we can all do, but especially someone who is struggling with something such as cancer. It helps to journal their thoughts. Now, in terms of positive psychology, whenever anything happens to me, I always go back to my own Conroy concept and look at things like close relationships, being outcome and goal oriented, living in the now, contribution, exercise, pleasure, and learning something new. And out of those things, I can always pull something that's going to help me in any given situation. Now, so here, of course, we're talking about relationships. That's the first thing. Please show up and be there for your fellow human being. Okay, so that's the first thing. I think the other thing is you have to take with you hope and positivity. But please try not to say to them, to the person, you have to be positive, you must stay positive. That's a very often very well meant thing that people say, but please don't say that. However, take with you your own positivity and your own hope for the future for your friend. Take that with you so that you go with an attitude of gratitude for them, of gratitude for life, and of hope and positivity. Now, if you don't actually feel that, take a few minutes to sit down and meditate on those words before you actually go, to put you in that right frame of mind. Now, obviously, I don't know at what stage a particular person may be, so timing is crucial when you do these things. So when you go to see someone, you must obviously acknowledge their pain and their suffering. because they are suffering. There's no question about that. And you really do need to acknowledge it. But what you mustn't do, and what will not be helpful to them, is if you join in what's that common phrase we use? Pity party. That's the one. If they are indulging in, which they have every right to do, don't get me wrong, but if they are indulging in this kind of pity party thing, this woe is me and everybody's dying and the neighbours too, attitude, then you've somehow got to step back from that and not be sucked into it, because you've got to change their mood. If they spend all of their time, thoughts and energy fighting this thing called cancer, then life is slipping them by anyway. And if they are of an attitude where they've kind of put their lives on hold until the cancer is gone or healed, then that is also a mistake, because the cancer may not go away. They have to try to live their lives too. Now, I know this is easier said than done. So what you have to do, or what you can do for them, is to try to take them out of that constant fighting and constant focus on the illness, as it were, and do something nice with them. As I've said in Stitched on Silver Linings, moments of pleasure, small and often, are what get us through the day. Now, that's whether you are suffering with cancer or whether you are just struggling with anything. Small moments of pleasure. So it could be anything. It could be watching a programme with them on TV and talking about it afterwards. It could be going for a walk. It could be talking about their favourite thing before they got the cancer. Anything that you can do to lift them out of that mood for a second, take them away from the cancer, and give them some pleasurable moments. Now, what to do then is to help them to savour that experience, to prolong that pleasure, because what you're trying to do is to increase their positive emotions, because and it's study after study, those people who are genuinely positive and rebellious about their illness, but certainly those who are positive fare better at all levels. At all levels they fare better, but it has to be genuinely felt. So increasing their positive emotions and prolonging pleasurable moments will help them to do that. So watch something funny on TV with them and then talk about it afterwards, and then encourage them to write about that experience in their journal. I mean, be open about what you're doing. Talk about positive emotions and how that's going to help them when the time is right, of course, if you feel you can approach it with them. I've only said a little bit there, but I've said an awful lot, because if you can do that for the person who is suffering from cancer, you'll be helping them an awful lot. And as I say, it doesn't have to be anything major, small moments, but help to prolong that experience. So get them to talk about it afterwards, get them to phone another friend and tell them about it, get them to write about it in their journal on a daily basis. And if they are open to it, as I say, depending on where they are, suggest the 3 good things exercise for them to do at night time before they go to sleep, because for certain, and of course they are, going to lose sight of those things. So if they can't actually feel or think of 3 good things they have to be grateful for, maybe rephrase the exercise by saying 3 things that went well today. Those could include things like a friend visited, we went to the park for a walk, or we did this. Those kind of things, to try to get them in a more truly heartfelt, positive frame of mind. And this next thing is the big thing. Keep doing it. Keep going back to visit. And listen to them without trying to fix, because obviously you can't fix. You can help to ease their path through their suffering. Keep watching the video and take all that in again. As I say, they might sound small things, but they are particularly potent things to do to help your friend, your family member, or whomever. Okay, please tell me if that helped you in the comments box. Also, if you've done something else for a friend of yours that helped them, please share it with us, because we're all in this together, and it would be great if we can get that going as a thread in the comments box. Okay, yeah, I hope that's helped, and I'll be speaking to you soon. And until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we are getting happy and growing younger. See you next time. Bye-bye.